American Giant makes great clothing, sweatshirts, jeans, and more right here in the U.S. Visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com, code STAPLE20.
Hello, family. Hello, critters. Hello, friends from all over the world. Welcome to this week's installment of Critical Hit. This week's episode is being brought to you by Beacon. Beacon is a Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition and Final Fantasy-inspired tabletop role-playing game currently on Kickstarter right now. What makes this interesting? Well, Beacon features a separation between rules-light narrative play and tactical, crunchy combat, letting your heroes participate in both modes of play equally. Heroes are highly modular, allowing you to customize their loadout for each quest they undertake. Beacon is available for free public playtesting. That's right, free public playtesting, and is raising funds on Kickstarter to give the game the final bit of polish that's needed. And best of all, are you ready for this? The campaign even features a setting designed by your very own Rodrigo Lopez of Critical Hit as a stretch goal that you can unlock when you head over and support the Beacon Kickstarter at bit.ly, that's bit.ly/BeaconRPG. I don't know if capitalization matters, but B in the Beacon and RPG are all capitalized. What are you waiting for? Get over there today, bit.ly/BeaconRPG. Get Rodrigo to write a campaign that you can go and play with Beacon. This looks like a lot of fun. Go check it out today. And thank you, Beacon, for sponsoring this week's episode of Critical Hit. Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. Kevin, fantastic game. Everybody's happy that we're back. What is going on this week?
Yeah, I'm happy we're back. After a decent stretch of time off, let's go ahead and recap what happened last time.
Critical hit.
We totally split up in the wrong way because there's going to be a combat that I'm not part of, and instead I had to make bluff checks.
Be aware that there would be no right way to split the party because splitting the party is a bad idea, and Kevin forced us to do it out of sheer malice and meanness and such.
We split the party all the time in the Void Saga.
Yeah, out of your...
You usually give us additional members.
I see. That's true.
Yes. Killer GM! Killer GM!
It's efficient. You guys are going down multiple paths at the same time. You're on a clock.
I'm all for it. I'm absolutely all for it.
It's called parallel storytelling.
Yeah.
I'll parallel your storytelling.
So one team Heavy Metal, with Quentin, Vangie, and Bob, had seemingly successfully infiltrated Extreme Infosphere Productions and gotten the records of their ratings and data analytics around it after Quentin downloaded a patch to be able to access it. And the other team, Skritic and Hecubino and Amu, were investigating Rain's Flat. Scattered in the debris, they found a bunch of postcards and then were confronted by a mysterious Kasatha who pointed laser pistols at them and told them to stop what they are doing. And I think that is a good place to pick up. So you are all at laser pistol point. What do you do?
Put my hands up.
Our hands up, sort of, in the Amu fashion.
And the Kasatha stares at you menacingly. It's very hard to get a read on them, but they definitely seem like they're ready to pull all of their triggers all at once. Their muscles are tensed. There's not a lot of good lighting. It's just the flashing billboards from outside illuminating this place in a weird blue and purple glow. And your life could end at any moment. But then another figure steps out of the shadows from the other room, and you recognize her. She's in her customary orange and blue and pink cargo jumpsuit. She's got her kind of dark brown skin with some wrinkles on her face and her hair pulled back. It is Amsala, the captain of the ship Virago that you guys had met before out in the asteroid belt. And he'll say, Sontenax, hold your fire. I know these guys. Know them well enough to trust them? Yeah, I'd say so.
Hecubino will, like, still with his hands up, he'll do a thing he'll shake his head really fast, like, and like basically his disguise will dematerialize.
Hey, Hecubino. And she winks at you. Nice
hey. Small galaxy, or solar system. So, what are you guys up to?
Well, I figure same as you.
Yeah. Is he still pointing at? Is he still pointing the guns at us?
He's put 3 of them away.
Okay. Well, that's something.
He put like every 10 seconds 10 or 15 seconds he's putting one away.
Okay. Once the last one is down, Hecubino's hands will also come down.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Heard the news and figured I'd come check it out for myself,
Yeah, no, us too. Obviously, we suspect foul play, so we thought we'd have a look around and see if we found anything.
Yeah. The place is being watched, right?
I'll look at Skritic.
I had that feeling.
Yeah. Here's the recording devices that they left, and she'll just drop a sack that makes a metal clanking sound on the ground. A bunch of little devices, and
I might too. Oh, from inside this place.
Yeah.
These are recording devices that she has taken down.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know who it is that's watching this place?
No. I imagine they're using a mercenary, or maybe they have some sort of ops team. I don't really care.
Okay.
They're not. I'm guessing they're not the people we're both after anyway.
Right. Have you found anything?
I think that they've done a little setup here to make it look like Rain was not doing so well, and some of that's true for sure. But I don't think that she was doing all of these intoxicants. I think there's kind of a this would be a bit much.
Yeah, no, I feel it's heavy-handed.
Yeah,
it's like somebody asked somebody who is not like a doctor or a junkie, like what would be in a drugged up person's apartment, and they just picked everything from the column.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this could take out, a 2-ton rhino beetle. So, yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, speaking of which, Amu, you can do a quick forensic analysis. These, Amsala and whoever this is, they might have some street knowledge, but you can definitely identify. It's like, oh, wow, there's a lot of illegal stuff here, and enough to easily kill several people.
All right, so I'm guessing you hadn't gotten very far along, otherwise you would have probably left.
That's right. Yeah, so I guess I don't know what I expected to find here. It doesn't seem very much like Rain to, if she knew she was in danger, which I suspect she did, then she'd know her place would be ransacked. So, I'm guessing whatever she hid, she either hid it really well, and I knew her pretty well and I haven't found anything, or she hid it somewhere else.
What about these weird cards?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take some of these with me. These are, they're an old Drifter's custom, actually. we would take pictures, and then we'd physically print them out, and we would drop them off. They were these little drop boxes, and then people would bring them around to our gathering meets, and we'd share them of all the places we went, because we were off the sphere for so long. The original drift races, they were more about exploring and seeing the wondrous sights and breaking the law and doing crazy, stupid, dangerous stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So this was our way of keeping track in a way that we knew no one could ever hack or edit.
Okay. Well, that sounds like something. I'll like hand her the box. Maybe you should look through these and see if anything sticks out.
Yeah. They fade with time, though. I remember this when we took this. We're so happy. Yeah. Anyway, I can start going through these. It looks like they've done a pretty healthy once over. Most of the boxes have been dumped out.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe there's a hidden message.
Yep. All right. We'll do our own search as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, assuming that my detect magic hasn't lapsed, I'll go back to doing that.
Oh, this is Sontanax. Sontanax, Hecubino, Skritic, Amu. He's good people, but he is defensive or protective. Protective is a better word.
Yeah. No. Everybody needs a friend with an itchy trigger finger for when the shots start.
Yeah. And Sontanax will just kind of whisper again menacingly. You all realize we're in enemy territory.
Yes. This is why, I'll point it at Critic. This is why he's so bristly.
Mm.
So let's find some stuff, and then, maybe afterwards we can get together and have like a drink and some, like bar food. And I'm like, Hecubina's like looking around, seeing if anything like glows at him.
All right. So you guys search and search and search. And after a little while, you've cleared off a space on the couch. It's comfortable enough. There's, a broken data pad nearby that you remember from when you guys first got the squeaky clean. It was the same data pad she had then. The screen's shattered, and the memory drive has been corrupted. Maybe she was doing research on it. Who knows?
It's something that I think maybe Bob and Quentin can try and get any info out of.
Sure, no harm in trying.
Yeah.
I'll
hand it to Skritic.
All right.
After Amu, do you do anything with like the surplus of drugs here?
What surplus?
Good call. All right, you have a lot of these could be used for medicinal or at the very least alchemical purposes.
Yeah.
Eventually, so Sontanax is standing at the window. Actually, Skritic, what do you think about that? Brian, what do you think about this? Sontanax and Skritic are standing on opposite windows, both like peering out like through the shades as like hover cars fly by and like blue and pink lights illuminate them.
Printing.
I think that sounds good to me.
Glaring.
Yes.
Yep. And occasionally, like one of the two of them will like gesture to the other and point to like a rooftop, and they're like, "I think that's a sniper." stuff like that. It's like,
Yep.
that car has been rotating around the block. The good news is, having taken some time and had somebody else also kind of assisting you, you think you can spot the people who are watching this, and there's like a team. You don't think it's necessarily the most crack elite, awesome team of doom, but there's definitely a spy team keeping watch on this place, and now that you've spotted them, that should make egress easier.
All right.
Amsala is on a seat, just going through the postcards and telling you guys stories about them, like little, just quick one-liner stories that she doesn't even fully explain. And she shuffles them all up and starts to pack them in. And she says, "Well, I want you guys to meet us here." And she finds a blank one and scribbles some coordinates on it. "A week from now. Meet us out in the wild."
Okay.
You've got friends of a sort, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, new friends. We always like getting new friends.
So do we.
We're all
Good
still
friends are
alive.
hard to
We'll see you
find.
there.
Well, I hope to see you then. Good luck, Team Lizard Brain.
You too.
Same to you.
And then at Amsala's signal, Sontenax throws open a window, shoots a grappling hook up the that connects to the roof, and grabs Amsala, and they dart off like Batman into the night.
Yeah.
Where did they get such wonderful toys?
Mm-mm.
All right.
You guys, though, with under Critic's careful guidance, which you can feel free to roleplay, are able to make it out of the building without notice.
All right.
Can we? I'll ask Critic this. Can we count on the fact that they saw us go into the building, or do you think we actually eluded them on the way in as well?
I'm thinking we were probably made.
Mm-hmm. No, that's okay. This way, if they've got a heavy around the corner, at least we can get away from it.
Yep.
Yep, we will avoid the sewers for emotional reasons.
No.
And yeah, start heading back to the Squeaky Clean. But on the way there, I'll be like, all right, well, anything else you want to do while you're co-captain, Skritic?
No, I think I'm ready to relinquish the title.
Okay. If you want, I can write down some stuff that you might want to look into. But I also understand if you're just like, don't care and don't particularly want to take any leadership information or advice.
I mean, I guess I could always use advice.
Okay, I'll write something up for you.
Okay.
And Hekubina will start thinking about, obviously like a very polite and professional set of things that is basically like don't be so paranoid and like rely on other people to like be your eyes and ears, and so you don't have to like do it all yourself 100% of the time, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he's done with that, he'll like send that over to him.
What's the compliment in the criticism sandwich?
I can tell that you have excellent senses and have been through a lot of difficult situations and come out on top. But you need to basically let everyone in the team do their job, and you need to rely on them. And here's actually some food that hadn't spoiled from the apartment that I did grab for you.
Great. All right. So are you guys making your way back to the Squeaky Clean?
Yep. If we're pretty sure that we are not being followed, we'll just go straight there.
Yep. After a little bit of doing, there's some probable double backs and things you
sure.
need to do in order to just take security precautions. But yeah, you can make your way back to the Squeaky Clean. So your mission took a little longer than the other teams. So Team Heavy Metal, you've been at the ship for a little bit. Tell me what's been going on.
Well, Quentin has gone to the main terminal.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin would like to take the information that he's downloaded, and he would like to place that information into a subfolder for pseudo processing.
Right.
So he's going to access the terminal. Grace, deactivate all security function.
All security function?
Deactivate all security function.
Don't deactivate all security functions.
Grace, deactivate all security function.
Deactivating all security functions.
Thank you. Transfer security protocols to Quentin unit.
Are you about to
Override
betray
code?
us? Because otherwise I'm going to spear you.
It's fine. I just need the additional processing power in order to access. There's literally thousands of
But
teraflops
why
of
don't you just
information.
take our special holographic suite and use that there? Got plenty of processing power.
I'm going to start
agree.
transferring my files into the main computer at this time.
Turning off the security is not a good idea.
Am I able to begin my file transfer?
File transfer begin.
Excellent. Transferring files.
I
don't know if you guys realize it, but Drifters is all about the profit.
Yeah, I know.
Every
we definitely
aspect.
realize that.
No, not even just in terms of the interaction with the audience. Every single, they are literally, they have, I don't know if you knew this, we've sold our likeness rights in perpetuity. I didn't even realize that. And my likeness is the same likeness as literally millions of other labor force droids. It's ridiculous. It's almost every battle is won before it's ever fought. Sun Tzu said that. You should read that. The Art of War. It's really good. But
and you're getting all this from just our ratings information?
This information is shocking. I cannot believe. Oh.
I didn't realize you'd even start processing yet.
I'm going to continue. I'm going to need to make a secondary file layer. I'm going to put it behind the wall here. And the really impressive part of all of this, first of all, that
maybe you can display it as a graph.
Yeah.
Certainly. Would you prefer a bar graph or a pie graph?
I like pie.
All right. Quentin displays a pie graph and a pie graph of his favorite bars. It's a pie, and it's subcategorized into 4,327,256.3 individual subsections, each of which is labeled in a 2.5-point font. And it's glowing, and it's literally the size of a wall. And
Quentin has not stopped through a combination of like his own. He is doing he's both tapped into Grace via direct connection and using manual overrides at one of the Squeaky Clean terminals.
You have never. It's fascinating because probably 40% of Quentin's structure is various armatures or little units with specialized things. No one has ever seen this many arms and this many interfaces working at the same time. It's really cool.
So Squeebo comes out, and Squeebo takes a look at Quentin and sort of glowers at Quentin and goes to reach out a pseudopod when the squeaky clean emits a sort of static shock that jolts Squeebo, and Squeebo goes racing off. And Grace will say, I'm sorry, I didn't have control over that. I have relinquished security functions.
Quentin, are you okay? Because I'm really not liking this. Like, is it? Can you like dump the data?
Okay.
And Hecubino and Amu and Skritic arrive.
Not only am I okay, I'm better. I've never been this good. It's all about the credits, kids. All the rest is just talk. It's conversation. If you look at all of this, I mean, if I were to optimize the profit streams, I could literally make any one of us cosmic quadrillionaires inside of an hour.
I think maybe your new firmware update is messing with you. Can you like revert back?
I certainly could, but why would I even want to? I mean, literally the point here is greed is good. I mean, look. Oh.
Hey guys, what's up?
I think something broke Quentin.
Oh.
Quentin is not broken. Quentin is fine. We are just partaking in the most valuable commodity in the multiverse, my friends, and that is information. I was able to access at least some of the information regarding our ratings, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I'll detect thoughts.
Ooh, neat. Why don't you give me a will save there, Quentin? What's the DC?
Will I save?
It's a level 1 spell. So the DC is 16.
Just verifying. A will save is 20 plus my modifier?
No.
No? Oh. Oh, okay. What do I do?
There's a button on your sheet that says will save.
Yeah. I don't have one of those sheets.
All right. So
go ahead.
Quentin, let's take a look here. You I actually see your sheet in the thing here.
Is it upstate? Oh, cool.
That's okay. So it's roll 1d20 plus, and then on your sheet there should be like an area that's hit points, an area that's armor class, things like that, and then there should be an area that says Fort Ref Will. Those are your saving throws. So Will should have a number. So it's 1d20 plus that.
That's what I just asked. Is it 1d20 plus that? Okay, I'm going to push.
You said 20 plus.
Oh, I'm sorry. 24.
Well, so he is able to resist.
Sure.
You can detect, let's see here. You can certainly detect the presence of his thoughts.
Sure.
And I'm going to go ahead and say, however, because you also, after a couple rounds of focus on this, can detect the number of rounds of thinking minds. And you quickly detect the entire party, Grace, Gordo, Squeebo, and Herman. Herman, the Gremlins. Yeah, you're like, oh, wow, there's a lot going on this ship. Anyway, and then whatever that number is, we'll call it 12. You detect 13.
Okay.
And then it manages to shut you out of Quentin's mind.
Quentin, who's in there with you?
Grace activates surveillance.
Bunch of the cameras turn on you guys.
Grace activates security field.
Before he starts telling me what he'll do, Bob, patch in the override.
I patch in the override immediately.
I tackle Quentin.
Maybe make a partition.
Just like a medicine ball.
You've been wanting to do that
she
since
said she
day
would.
one. I know. I made a sports metaphor. I shouldn't have done it, but it's okay.
All right. A static field comes up to shock you in response. Why don't you give me a reflex save?
Absolutely.
Rangy.
Yep. 19.
Yeah, you leap over the field and come crashing down on top of Quentin, breaking his connection from the terminal as Bob starts to patch in. Bob, why don't you give me a computer check?
24.
Okay, Quentin, why don't you give me a computer check?
Quentin has computer check. Math is hard. 15.
So no, Grace is like, oh, thank you. I don't know when he got override access codes, but he definitely has them.
Do not take any more orders from Quentin until you're updated by myself or Hecubino.
Yep, I'll do my best.
Thank you.
All right, Quentin, I'm going to punch you until you revert.
Hang on.
Wait.
Just hang on to him, though. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll basically come over and just put a hand on Quentin and start rooting for that other brain I felt.
Yeah, using Mind Link, you can detect. Unfortunately, you detect kind of two minds. The surface mind is the other mind you detect, and that one's shutting you out. The one on top, which is the one in control, which seems to be Quentin, which now smiles at you with a red face. Quentin, what's the face look like? It looks like that.
So, yeah, it. You know the emoji that's like a weird punchinello with horns that's sort of a devil but sort of not a devil?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, only fully animated and really, really creepy.
Quentin isn't here anymore.
001. I'm sorry, 10001. You have to say it backwards, but it's the same either. Yep, never mind.
Yeah, so you think that there's another mind that you can kind of identify as Quentin, you think, from your previous mind links, but it's buried well beyond the reach of something as simple as mind link. The top layer certainly can keep you out of it at will.
Bob, get in here.
I'm already here.
I mean, in here.
All right. I will put up all of my security measures and then attempt to connect to Quentin.
All right. Give me one more computers check.
18 this time.
Ooh. With 18, you suffer 18 psychic damage as when it attempts to connect, it overrides your system and kind of jolts you. You still think it's possible, but it's clear that something's trying to stop you.
Well, that was that hurt. That's not good, Hecubino.
All right, Amu, get in here too. We need a sedative or something that's going to loosen up this mind.
You may want to keep your minds to yourself.
I stopped doing that when I was a kid and have had only success since then.
Yeah, well, it's
Just
a zero-sum game, pal. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose, and you're not going to like which side you're on.
Vengi starts just scratching on his metal casing. It's like, I really wouldn't be making threats if I were you.
Quadra titanium versus your claws. Even you're smarter than that.
She's squished.
We have the acid to etch that.
All right. Amu, you got something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amu will attempt to whip up a concoction to just sedate Quentin.
Why don't you give me a medicine check?
We can do that. 34.
Yep. You think you can get him sedated, but whatever is in control of him clearly has some sort of so long as he's able to, you can basically keep him from moving, but he'll be able to talk at you.
It's hard to paralyze a speaker.
Do you want us to knock him out?
No. It's not about knocking him out. It's about loosening whatever this outer control layer is.
All it is the real Quentin who's wanted to get out.
Can Amu and I work together to try to create some kind of a virus to knock that thing down a peg?
You could certainly try to create an interface to allow you to connect again.
Okay. I'll get some help from Amu to do that. Maybe would this be engineering or would this be computers? Or
I think for you it's engineering, and for Amu it's, let's say, life sciences.
Okay.
Okay.
Your mother darn socks that smell.
35.
30. Jeez. Okay, so here's what the two of you guys go off and brainstorm. You're like, well, you're like mental spikes, probes, electrodes, computer virus. Yeah, okay, we've got a plan. And you come back to the team, and here's what you can do. You're fairly certain, Bob, that connection shock was a defense mechanism because whatever this is knows that it needs to keep you out of Quentin's mind. When in fact, you could create a kind of conduit, basically a sort of mental tap that you would have to build / Amu would have to help you design, because androids are partially organic, just to be clear, to be able to interface with Quentin's mind. And then maybe, because you don't know how psychic magic works, but maybe Hecubino does some magic, and via a mind link, you can all enter Quentin's mind to free him from whatever is happening.
Oh no.
We're going.
Yes.
Oh no.
Quentin side out.
Yes. Journey to the center of the bot.
I don't want to Inception Quentin.
It's really more of a fantastic
I thought he
journey.
smelled bad on the outside.
The ink readable journey because he's corporate. That wasn't good. That wasn't good.
You tell you what, you go workshop that and you get back to us later.
All right, so we create a neural net that goes around Quentin that we're able to connect to each of us, and through Hecubino's mindscape abilities, travel inside of Quentin. Next time on Critical Hit. All right, I know that was a short episode, but you cannot pass up a good cliffhanger when one appears. Yeah.
That's how you do.
So I don't know how this is going to turn out, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully for the better. We'll see. Until then, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2022 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.